believe how that trail ended. I really can't. If you're walking around that beach, if you're walking out to Sandwood Bay, the elation you get walking out to Sandwood Bay is incredible, because you get a tiny wee view at first as you come walking around that big rock after walking over that moorland. You just see a tiny wee triangle of light sand. There's no to get a bike doing that. You walk out and the lighthouse is flashing. Wow, we're here. We're actually here. Anyway, I can't believe getting that campsite, the luck, getting that campsite, because there was tents pitched up on the dunes. You think they would have taken it? And then having the firewood just because I thought I was running out of gas, and that's the only reason I had the firewood. I'd never normally use a firewood. I'd never normally have a wee campfire, and it felt nice having a campfire, to be honest. A wee bit of warmth, and then get the northern lights there at the top of me. Waking up, big rainbow. I can't believe how it ended, and then walking up to the Cape and thinking I was going to have a terrible trudge off to Dundas where I had no accommodation sorted or anything like that. You can't really get accommodation online in Dundas unless you know the names of the sites, and they've got a website, the B&Bs and that, and they've got a website. You phone them. To walk up and order my tea, and the lassie, I can't remember her name now, I'm hopeless with names, to say, how are you getting back to Dundas? Would you like a lift on a 4x4? What? Oh my god, I could have dropped it, honestly, wow. Lift a 4x4 by John from Mulgai, who lives up there with his daughter, and across the Kyle, and that wee red boat thing, and then drove up to the pub. We got absolutely steaming, me and the boy for London, and then we sat back at the tent. So anyway, I can't believe how it ended there. So many wee fortuitous events that kept you going through that sunshine, and it was baking heat, absolute baking heat at times. I don't know if it comes across in the video. Thank you if you've watched it this far. Probably wondering what was carrying about in that big tortoise shell thing. So I've kind of I started this the other night, and I got all this stuff here out the bag, and then I realised I'm not going to get all this away, and the rain's going to come down and crack up and go mental, so I just shoved it all. That's the dry sack here that I bought thinking it was going to do me for the trail. Because I don't own any, before I went, I didn't own any dry sacks or any wet stuff apart from a Gore-Tex jacket. So I had to rush out and get dry sacks or something like that, and I thought they were all cost prohibitive, so I found this brand logo and I bought this thing here. What the hell you can do? And just like, you can turn it into a punch bag thing here. I think that's what I might do with it. Jesus, could do with it. So anyway, there's a host of stuff in here that's already been in the bag, but we'll get to the important stuff. What's that? That was a wee water filter that was absolutely rotten, because the flow of water is terrible. The filter inside is massive. So by the time you put water in it, then put that in it, you get loads off the water, and try to get the filter back in is a pain in the neck as well. And it ended up busting on the tap there as well, so if you turned it upside down, it's pouring water there. I got two of them because I forgot I already had a Sawyer filter, which I found when I went in the outdoors box. But you get two when you buy it, and I only used that one. Other one's in here somewhere. But it done with it. I just attached it to my bag, weighs nothing. Carabiner, food. What food did we bring back? Wonder Mix Feel Strong. Obviously we didn't need that, we felt strong without it. I did eat another packet of that, which was Feel Energetic or something like that. Aye, Feel Energetic, which we did do early top of the bee market. And just don't the way to change the dance between Braebeg and Canivo. I find trail mix and stuff are hard to eat on the go though. It's a bit tea bags, trusty tea bags. We did run out of milk sashes though. Porridge, good, I'll have that in the morning. I just got the wee porridge pots you get and I poured 2 of them into a bag and that done my breakfast whenever I'd never had one of the pre-packed breakfasts, which are actually lovely, and some of them contained 800 calories, which you really need. And the kind of, like the rolled oats with the toasted bananas and stuff like that, and the ones with the strawberries and stuff like that, they were so nice. I actually eat them for your dinner, because 600 calories was actually decent. A lot of them, like the real Thermarest, which were so light to carry, but 500 calories in them. No good, absolutely no good. I did have an order in base camp foods for him as a 1,000 calorie ones, but because I rushed out to make it over the trail and catch that good weather, I ended up just running around Tyso, Cotswold and go outdoors, and I couldn't get 1,000 calorie ones anywhere, and I couldn't get any apple pie and custard anywhere, something to eat either, which really annoyed me. So I ended up with like 600, 500 calorie things like that, and even if it was on the trail, the ones I bought, you spend a fortune in these things. That's all I'm going to say about them, an absolute fortune on them. And that is stinking, that one there. Pasta carbonara, ham, cheese and pasta, and they've made an absolute mess of it, because they've got lentils in it and onions and everything. It's like a vegetable cup of soup. Yeah, that can stay because that's the breakfast that we've got here. That was the only dry sack that I owned prior to going on this trip. I don't even know how much a dry sack it is anymore. I just kept my wee kind of munchies in here, like wee Graze bars and stuff like that, and the wee Saurine lunchtime bars, I can't remember what they're called. But they're lovely, the wee strawberry things and the apple things, the wee squidgy things, 90 calories in every one. It's good stodge, dead easy to eat, got a wee bit of flavour in you. My cutlery, never bothered buying any new stuff, I've had that for years. Weighs nothing. Energy gels, I actually only took about 4 energy gels while I was on the whole trail. A wee squidgy thing, I took 2 of them. I kept on losing them in my bag right enough for just waiting down the tent any dew in the morning. They were good. Underpants, I went commando for the first 9 days or something like that. And then I slipped a pair of pants on, took them back off, put them back on, took them back off, washed them. Because I ended up sending hundreds of things down the road. Midget, never leave it, get in there. Knee brace, never leave it. Thankfully. Oh, I need everything else medical though. Dry bag. I think this is my jammies and stuff like that, which I alternated this bag between the stuff I took off during the day, put it in there and made it into my pillow, because I busted my pillow. And I just binned it. My icebreaker tarp, spoke about somewhere else in the videos. A wee pair of base layer trousers, them for jammies. My icebreaker merino wool socks, no it's not icebreaker, it's smart wool. My winter mountaineering socks, great for keeping your feet toasty, man, honestly, so good. And heated the gas up when it needed. My wee haglofs Polar Tech Power Stretch hat weighs 59 grams or something like that. I've got 3 or 4 of them, I think. I actually took 2 of them. Did. So that was that. I turned that into my pillow at night, but the glaze I took off. What's it in there? My gloves, I took a pair of winter gloves because I knew it'd be cold at night, and I burnt them in the fire at Coming Cool Buffy while I was mincing about in my pot and all that. So I made a new pair of winter gloves. That was clever. Oh, that was my one luxury item. I didn't know what down jacket to take, and I wasn't sure. And I knew it'd be cold at night, so I just took the heaviest one that I've got, and I'm so glad I took it, because this has been amazing. This has been one of the things on the trail, but this wee gilet thing, this never went inside the rucksack. It just got tucked in its pocket and tucked and clipped to the outside it, and it was either on me, because this thing has been like a wee constant companion, that full trail. The full trail, honestly. Despite it being searing heat at times as well, I still had those on at times through the heat. Just wee high up collar and stuff like that. Just a bit of the wind out. It just feels cosy. It just feels nice to have on. Nice wee silky pockets. Decent wee pocket up there to keep things fast it's in. And sugar. I'll show you your buns on. Aye. I've been dying to buy one of these for ages, and I bought it deliberately for the trail. It's a bit excessive air at the belly. I don't know why they've done that, Rab. Maybe you can explain that if anybody for Rab watch. Aye, but that was, love that. I'll keep this on forever. Aye, that. That's it, let's see, pocket. But every night, as soon as I set up camp, if I was camping, even in the office, this came out and was straight on. Because it's just so good. It's got a big, lovely, thick, downy, full collar hood, and the collar comes up way up, and it just sears in heat. Cinch cords, obviously, average if you float in the boat and just pull the heat in, and it just makes you feel so cosy at night. I love that. Arcteryx, thorium, blah. And the green colour inside, it's gorgeous. Look at that. That was a charm. I'm so glad I took that. Really so happy I took that. What you wouldn't believe. The tent, 800 grams of absolute goodness. Can I say about it? You've seen it in the video if you've watched the videos. It's just my tag for the Dunnes campsite. I packed up that quick because the English boys having to wake me up in the morning. I don't know if I've mentioned this, I woke up absolute hangover, 20 to 8 with him like, oh the bus is coming at 8 o'clock, the bus is coming at 8 o'clock. Oh my god. I had to fling everything into the bag, get the tent back to me and up to the bus. Brilliant. That's amazing. Just like the scarp. Doesn't seem as sturdy as a scarp though. I think you need to guy it a lot more, which kind of goes against the 800 grams of ultralightness, doesn't it? Kind of like these people with the ultralight the ultralight rucksacks. It's just basically a dry sack with rucksack straps on it. You need to start adding stuff to it, don't you, to make it an actual rucksack. I was going to consider getting a new rucksack and looking at them, and that's what I thought it was. I thought that's just pure snake oil. And anybody you spoke to on the trail about them, who've met a couple of people who had them, the Dutch boy had one, they get pure defensive of them. They're pure defensive of them. Oh, but you can't feel it when you lift it and all that, blah blah blah. But you need to put that in it, and that pockets on it and all that. Anyway, amazing, love that. So good. And the speed that the thing goes up at and packs away at, it's better than an emergency birthday shelter, really. Amazing. And the electronics, which I took probably too much here, these are that cord. Torch that I had to buy in ullapool because I lost mine my cool plug, power bank. I took 2 power banks, an old one which is only 10,000 milliamps, and I bought a new one, 25,000, I think 25 or 30, can't remember. But I ended up just taking 2 of them because I knew I was taking 3 phones, because I knew at some point I'd have to manage the 3 phones because my phone's broke, which appears to be working now because that's how I'm filming this. But anyway. So most of the stuff after the Falls of Glomach get filmed on a Google Pixel 5, and this is on a Pixel 7, and that's a Pixel 3, which became my navigation device, which drains battery dead fast. That's how I ended up having real issues, because if I was trying to use that, I was having to use the power banks right as well, which just drives me to the wall. But I'm happy I took all that weight, because I ended up needing it. Intended buying these rucksacks, these Osprey ones, because they were on price of them, and then, but I bought these stupid big things. I got another one of them, and they came, so I had to rush out and buy their dry sacks. Sleeping bag, Thermarest Hyperion, -6, 900 full down, packs away to nothing, absolutely nothing. Would it keep you happy -6? Absolutely no chance. I don't think it would. I've had it, I don't know how long I've had it now. 4 years? 4 or 5 years I've had it, I think. I've used it in loads of summit camps. It's kept me warm, it's kept me cold. I don't really know. I'm really undecided about it, really. But it packs away to that size, and it weighs, I don't know, 500 odd grams. It weighs absolutely nothing anyway. So that's my bag, and I wouldn't buy a new one. Stein. That's why I supplemented it with this silk liner, Cocoon mummy liner. They say it gives you an extra 5 degrees. I don't think it does, but it feels so good to crawl into that at the end of a long day. a nice big silk sheet. Oh, and look at it as well. The colour's gorgeous. Look at that green. And it only weighs, I think, 59 grams or something like that. But they even put a bit of silk on the wee bag for it to let you know the luxury you're just about to get in for. I love it. I'm so glad I bought that. I've looked at them for years and never thought of buying one. And I just thought on this trail you're going to want a wee bit of So aye, that was great. Thermarest neoair xlite. I've had it again for the same amount of time as a sleeping bag, and I think maybe it's a combination of the bag and the sleeping bag, I don't know. I'm not really into it. I've never have been. You fall off the side bit too easy as well, I think, because of the way the baffles are shaped. It's a bit too narrow as well. It's some of the decent bit of cold out after you, I suppose, after the run. That's what it is. I've thought about buying a new one. Oh, I don't know if I will. I really don't know if I will. I've seen a Nemo one that I like, but again, I just don't know if I can buy it in the room. If I can justify it. I think that was just water filters. They stayed in the bottom of the bag the full time. Apart from a couple of times where I filtered water, it was sitting lock, and it was just a spare bottle, Sawyer filter, and a wee knife which I actually used at Sandwood Bay to chip the wood for the fire. I've never used a camping wood, a knife at camping before either, and I've never had a wee campfire at the tent, so that was really nice to have that actually. A sit pad which I never sat on once, and I find it really funny. It says on it, be comfortable, sleep warm. Look at the size of it. That wouldn't even sleep warm on that. I just used it as a wee kind of shelf tray thing in the tent, set your cup on and stuff like that. It was really good for that. Never sat on it once. Good. Osprey exhaust 48 bag again. I was going to change it, but couldn't be. Well, that water filter came with a wee kind of salt pus thing as well, which just anytime you filter it up, that gets soaking, got you wet, which is sort of a wee bonus because it was roasting and cooled your hip in a wee bit, and I had a sore hip. The pockets I just ran for munchies, sweeties, all sorts of stuff. I had everything in the wee bags. Well, that's the battery for the GoPro that gets sent here. I had hundreds of things in the wee bags for Asda because I was prepared to get wet, even though I didn't. Oh, that's the wee Graze bars, cherry bakeware. Actually, really nice. Again, decent amount of calories for something so small. I like that. What's that? Horrible buzzy bees. I buzzed about the last day with him anyway. I was a buzzy bee. Buzzy bumblebees. That's right, we used the bottle of Lucozade. Hung for there. That's all that. Let me see. What's in this bag? I think it's just clays and stuff like that. This wasn't in, this was all in the rucksack as well. Spare dry bag, because I ended up having spare dry bags. My cook set, I bought that, a wee titanium cook pot cup, and I'm so glad I bought it. I've wanted one of these, I've not wanted one, I've looked at them for a number of years. And I've never, and I thought, you can use that just as a cook pot as well, can't you? Just and for your cups of tea. So I thought I bought that one 450ml. I thought 450ml was bigger than that, but 450ml was up to the brim. Because I thought if I buy one of them, that's the only cook pot I need. And that's amazing lightness. But when it turned up that size, I ended up taking another pot as well. So I just used that for my cups of tea, which is amazing. If you're a tea drinker and you don't own a titanium cup cook pot, get yourself one, because tea actually tastes like tea out of this. It is so good. I couldn't believe it when I first started drinking it. I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. It's tea. I've never had tea camping that in my life. My wee assault stove. Don't know. I opted for this there on the tap of the jet boil, because I don't really like the jet boil, to be honest. It's all faff. Complete faff. But I can't really get it out. It's just one of them. It's just a wee stupid stove in it you can put on the top of your gas bottle. But I don't know if it was that or it's Soto. I don't know if it was that or the gas, but it just wasn't plain ball. So it's just on it of gas. Caused me heartache at the end of the trail. I think that's why I done the 38 mile. So I can get a cup of tea. That was that. Fire lighter, which I took for mine cool Boffy. Gas for the London snows. What an experience that was, trying to buy that. Because my phone screen wasn't working, trying to turn the hotspot onto that to my phone that I was using, the Pixel 5. And I hadn't signed into my Google account on that as well, just to save the battery, so trying to remember my Google account password, download the banking app and remember all my banking passwords and everything. And there was no phone signal on the show, it was a nightmare. Oh, anyway, but we go for camping gas. Painkillers, never took any, and a wee tick remover, never used any at all. Give painkillers away to the boy for London, who had hurt his eye places. Tent patches. Spare bag. Laundry bag, well no fucking laundry, it's old language, clean up bag. That's just cares. Toothbrush not sawn in half. Compeed, way for Compeed. We bought about 9 packets of them, maybe more. Toothpaste was the second packet we bought. Wee roll-on deodorant, which was so nice and so refreshing. Oh, loved that. Thank God I took that, especially the roll-on. Wee pocket laundry wash things, which is just a wee sheet, and you get it wet, and it turns into soap. They were so good for getting washed in the morning, especially in the wilds. And I took a wee stick of aftershave, just for them mornings when you woke up like that. Oh, a wee dash on. Feel good about yourself, son. On you go. So there was mornings on the tail where you got up, you were just like that. Yeah. Not really in the morning, because you knew you had to get moving, didn't you? So in the morning you tended to get up. You minced about for ages, but once you get the bag in your back and you started walking, because you knew you had to get to somewhere. It's once you started walking for a bit, you started going, tech pegs, Eastern Nanos, great pegs, get away with it. Yeah, that's when it starts happening. Oh, the clays we wore. The salewa, puez, ultrawool, I thought it was a techno wool, hybrid t-shirt or something it's called. So it's wool, it's all wool, and knitted, this kind of knitted wool back thing. Soft shell sleeves with a wee pocket to keep more sugar in. And it was amazing. I wore that the full trailer park for one day, and it doesn't smell that. To be honest, it hardly smells. It smells more of firelight, I think. Never get wetted out in all that heat and that thing. That was amazing. Can't recommend that highly enough. Salewa ultrawool hybrid t-shirt with a soft shell sleeves. Honestly, what a buy that is. I've had it for ages as well, had it since last summer. My windproof, I've never really been a fan of this, I don't think it's much of a windproof to be honest, but when I used it in combination with this wee gilet, it was absolutely wonderful. And it's really light, it's an arcteryx, I can't remember what they call it. But it's the lightest jacket today. By God it stinks. Aye. I've never really been a fan of it, but I really liked it on that trail. I took it because it's lightweightness and the wee gilet, and it done me really well, especially with the hood, cinch your hood up as well. Kept the sun off me as well, which was really good. Trousers which I had by, no mistake, but I wasn't intending taking them, and then I wore them up in the morning because I was going to wear shorts for the get-go, and it was a bit chilly in the morning, and then I minced about for ages trying to get my parking ticket in Fort William. So I ended up keeping them on, I kept them on across the boat, and I just kept them for the trail. And they were good, it's wee haglofs, less is more. Joggy things with a handy wee pocket in there for more sugar, and to cut our pockets up there, but they've got the wee elasticated joggy bottom, which is good because in the morning keeps the joggy above your boot, so any of that kind of wet dew doesn't get on your joggy bottoms, does it? So I kept them on, they were really good, and they kept the wind off when it was windy, and they're really light as well. So they get kept to the full tail, and the trousers that I actually took for the tail get punted back down the road. Gore-Tex jacket, I've had that since 2014, weighs 330 grams I think. It's Gore-Tex Pro when they first brought it out. Again, 2014 or something, I think I bought that. I wouldn't change it. I think the DWR's gubbed on it, wetsuit, but I don't think, I actually think you get wet through the shoulders and that these days. But, I replaced it with a green one because I've always wanted a green smock, but haglofs these days, the size of oil the show for it, it's like near my tent to be honest. So I took that with me, I had it on once, and it barely, a couple of spittings and that was it. No, twice. I put it on when I was walking out that glen at the end of Loch Ackle, because I thought I was going to walk into rain, and I walked away from it, and then come to Glen cool off of it, just went straight back after it. Really lightweight. Pair of soaks I bought in Kinloch service station. It says they were trekking soaks for £2.50. I used them walking up to Shanavo, and it's the wettest my feet got in the full walk. Oh, we got waterproof trousers, Gore-Tex. I've never owned waterproof trousers before, so I mentioned it in the thing with somewhere. That was in there. Gore-Tex pack light, really comfortable to wear as well. Got them off Amazon. I think they're only £60 or something like that, £65. I'm quite glad I got them now because I've now got a pair of waterproof trousers that I've never had. The Toaks. I can't praise these highly enough. Again, only £17 on Amazon. And you get them in all different weights because they're proper hill walking socks. They kept me tick free almost that full walker. They run. I put them at the tent door at night if I wanted to keep the tent door open, just to make sure no ticks come wandering in, just like that. And I like the tent down with them. Everything. On insect shield, just buy them. And then tell them I tell you, see if they give me a sponsorship or something. The Merino wool joggers by wool base layers by Montaigne that are covered in holes and all that. Look. Blow right through them, that's the camping wheels. I took an extra here because I thought at the top of this country it might be really windy. Because it can get that late, and I've only got thin soft shells, so I could whip a pair of them on under the soft shells, keep the wind off, and that was just daft. So they get sent back down the road to Kinloch as well. So did they, because I took them my mountain biking gloves because I just thought maybe blisters with the walking poles, because I've never used walking poles before, and my god, where do I start with walking poles? I wouldn't have done that trail without walking poles. I wouldn't have done it without it. You just, the up hills, you just clunk the pole into the ground at the same time as you're standing fit. That one, that boo, 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 boo. Away you go like a robot, boo, 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 and pound your way uphill. And they're brilliant, honestly. Absolutely brilliant. I've never been a walking pole user. I tried years ago and just ditched them because I thought they were a pure faff. But for that type of hang walking long distance, unbelievably good. It's just, I mean, you're on a straight bit of path that propel you forward, but it's for getting up these kind of long steep gradients and they're just, amazing. I don't even know where. We're lying about somewhere. It's a pair of Robbins Keswick T6 aluminium ones. They were only £35 and you think they only weigh 100 grams more than what a carbon one. So I was like, give me them. I bought them the day before I went. That's the spare one of these daft big dry bags. That'll take you back. I might just keep it a bit more. This is all the spare stuff I flung up the road then. I posted back to the house at Kinloch. Underpants, because I went commando most of the time. The spare one of the hats. The trousers that I was going to take, just the mountain equipment. Soft shells, thinner, they're like your Ibex pants, but they're thinner than your Ibex, like they're called Kamichis. They weigh more than them, so they get sent up the road. Gaiters, never had to come out once, thankfully. A t-shirt I stuck on one day, Pima cotton, which is normally really good for hill walking. But I put it on going up to the Falls of Glomac and I get absolutely soaked in it and it ended up in yellow stains and everything. So I come back off that same day and it stinks. I took a spare one and to change into. Once I got to the lighthouse I carried that all the way. Another windbreaker I took because I thought I'll take a heavier windbreaker just in case there was that big wind that was talking about. Halfway through the trail I thought that's a stupid idea. So that went back down the road at Kinloch, along with loads of soaks and their underwear. And that's what's in there. And that was it. Oh, and the GoPro, which I forgot to get a battery for. No battery, a memory card for. And then, so I couldn't GoPro, so that's why we've done it all on phones. And that was everything I took in the bag. The weight of it, I can't remember. I think I weighed it, but it was only on the bathroom scale that you stand on, which wasn't, I don't know if it's very reliable. Sure it was 10.3 kilo or something like that. And then with food, it was 13 or something, but then I picked up more stuff at Fort William. And then you drop stuff out, you eat stuff and pick stuff off along the way, then you pick up stuff and blah blah blah. So I picked, aye, that was it. So thank you for watching if you did watch this far. I'd love to see more about the trail, but I'll say just go and walk it yourself. Are you going to get the weather I got? I don't know, I hope you do, if you do go and walk it. Even if you don't, I think it'd be an experience walking it in different weather. Although it was dry for me, there was still bog that you had to dodge and stuff like that. But aye, amazing, absolutely amazing at that. When I first got to the lighthouse, I went, I'd never do it again. Few years later, a few meals later, blah blah blah, a couple of baths, a rethink. I think maybe I would do it again, but I'd take a different route at the top of the country from the being at like Blackburn onwards. But aye, that's enough about that. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and my journey along and moaning about my busters. I think that's all done. Anyway, that's enough. Goodbye.